Well, in today's Health Watch, we're talking to registered dietitian Courtney Butts about some things we need to keep in mind with it being Mardi Gras season. Of course, the new year just started a couple of weeks ago, and we want to stay on our diets, want to stay dedicated. So, Courtney, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it as always.
Thanks for having me back.
No problem. So we got the king cakes, we got the crawfish, well, kind of crawfish, but so much to, this is one of the best food places in the entire world. But what are some things we need to know so that we stay on track and meet our goals in 2024?
You're absolutely right. It's funny how we go from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then in Louisiana we've got Mardi Gras coming up right after the new year. So It's hard to focus on your New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year when we're still continuing the season of indulgence, you know? It's a lot of the same things that I talk about here. It's filling up first with really nutritious foods like fiber and protein is the number one important thing to put on your plate. So lots of plants, fruits and vegetables, lots of protein, lean proteins like chicken and turkey and that kind of thing. And you're less likely to overindulge when you're full, right? Or when you are satisfied after a meal. Actually, last week I didn't have any lunch prepared, and so I literally had cheesecake for lunch.
What?
Yeah, I know, the dietitian had
You're a
cheesecake for lunch,
dietitian? I was just going to say that.
And I regretted it because I was hungry the rest of the day.
Really?
It was not filling, there was no fiber or protein associated with that. And so I always, practice what I preach, but there are days where, inevitably it's going to happen, but you know that what's going to happen is you're going to still feel hungry, you're not going to feel full and satisfied, and it's really hard to be mindful around king cake if you're not feeling full and satisfied.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm glad that you pointed that out, because it's not about being perfect 365 days of the year. People can expect to, expect the setbacks.
Right, and I think that we've talked about this before, but progress over perfection, or don't get into the analysis paralysis where you're over analyzing every single food choice. If you have to have cheesecake for lunch, it happens, or if you have to have king cake for lunch, but you can be more prepared by having snacks maybe in your purse or in your car or in your office. Maybe like nut packs are really easy to keep on hand, and they're a good source of fat, but also a good source of fiber and plant-based protein too. So having things on hand that will help set you up for success is also really helpful.
One thing I would like to ask you too is the importance of water. That's one thing I've heard a lot about, and people set certain goals as far as I'm going to drink this huge thing of water throughout the day today. How important is staying hydrated, especially drinking water, when it comes to weight loss or just maintaining?
Yeah, most of our bodies is actually made up of water, and so water is really important. And when you are dehydrated, it actually can be mistaken as hunger. So hunger, or food, is the byproduct at the end of metabolism. It produces water, so your body sees it as a way, hey, if I eat food, then I might get a little bit more hydrated, especially things like, fruit that are really 90% water, So your body will start craving food, and sometimes just quick and easy foods, so that you'll stay hydrated. So it's really important to stay hydrated so that you can curb cravings, and then also, of course, just feel your best, feel more focused as well.
That is some good to know information. Well, Courtney, thank you very much. And if you have a question that you would like to ask Courtney when it comes to your weight loss goals, or just basically anything when it comes to your nutrition, make sure you send her a link. Or how do they submit their questions to you, Courtney?
It should be linked with this soundbite at the end of this session today, and on KTBS.com, and then also on my website. You can submit that as well on my website, CourtneyButtsNutrition.com.
All right, fantastic. And word on the street is maybe seeing you a little more around on KTBS here, joining the team.
Yeah, little birdie may have told you.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll see more of you guys starting on January 29th.
All right, fantastic.
Monday.
Well, we are really excited for that, Courtney. Thank you very much, and great tips as always.
Thanks.
I need to start drinking more water today. Well, we have more to come on KTBS 3 News right after this.